Hi guys, Tuber here with a new video, and this video will be a classic anniversary video, but mostly talking about TBC as well, and why it is the best time to play classic anniversary if you want to level in TBC. Right now, we have a buff which now it's gotten overridden by rallying cry, but you have now a rallying cry, a permanent rallying cry while leveling, and that is going to help you for 1 week, and that 1 week will help you get loads of XP and easiness to level, especially if you're a warrior or a rogue or a paladin even, or even a shaman if you're horde. I wish it was active while pre-patch, but this is for the anniversary. I'm going to show you the buff because now I realize I have the rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer, which is the one that has a duration, which you can boon. I'm going to show you the one that everyone has when logging in. So it is on my level 1 as well. So basically you log in, you get the buff, and that buff you can disable inside of an inn if you do not want to play with it for some reason. If you don't want to taint your HC run, which again I don't play HC, so I don't really have like a bad thing to say about the Dragon Slayer buff being available to everyone and anyone. Upon logging, upon dying, you get it back as well. The only thing that is just not here is when you are inside of an instance or a raid or an RPG. So basically you get the unrelenting rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer while entering inside of the game, and you see a lot of people actually leveling with the buff because the buff is really OP, especially for like melees. So that is going to help a lot, and obviously it also helps wanding if you're like inside it, like if you're a priest or if you're a warlock. Wanding becomes very interesting. Like you see how hard I crit, like this is helping a lot with the leveling, and this is level 1. Now I die. I want to show you how I die. So now I don't have the buff, right? If I speak to the spirit healer, boom, I get the buff back. So it means that you can die and still get it. Obviously, if you're HC, if you die, you need to remake. It is what it is. But I'd say it's a great thing if you are looking into leveling for TBC. There is plenty of people leveling, and the activity is really high. You would say that a lot of the boosters has a lot of job like to actually boost everyone, and that's actually not really true. I feel like the people are actually leveling this time from scratch because they don't have a level 60 or they don't have gold, and they don't want to spend gold on boosting because it is not like a sprint anymore. You don't really necessarily want to do nax. So leveling through boosting is not as important anymore because you're not really chasing for that end game classic gameplay, but you're actually trying to get your tune to level 60 before TBC comes out. That's the only thing that is actually mattering towards like the players currently, and there are plenty of people leveling. Like I also want to show you guys because it feels like I'm telling you guys how it is, but you have currently in wetlands between 26 and 32 players, 50 people, and I can go like class per class as well, and that might take a lot of time, but I can still do that if I want to. I'm gonna try. So let's say if I do paladin, do I see only paladins? Yeah, I see 26 paladins. I'm gonna do for alliance just for wetlands, right? Just wetlands. How many people actually are in that zone? And wetlands is not like a very popular spot for like standing AFK. Obviously, I guess waiting for a boat, but like that's again something very. They're not going to be 1,000 people waiting for a boat. So I'm gonna do. Let's count this level 60s out. So 5 people less. So we would say 21 people. We're going for warrior now. Warrior, how many? 26 as well. Then we're going for rogue. We have 33 per people. We have mage. Obviously, those are going to be more, I think. 33. We have warlock, which is me. 13 people, which is like lower, which is normal. Druid will be also lower if I'm not mistaken. 34 actually, which is plenty. We have Hunter, which I think it's very popular, 42. Who did I miss? Priest, and that's it, I think. 27. So again, I haven't counted too much, but like let's say 33 was like 30 was the average amount for every class, except like Warlock being 12, whatever. And 30 times 8, let's do it like that, because Warlock is like, again, just 12. So, no, times 7, excuse me, because there is no Shaman. So 30 times 7, it's 210 people inside of Wetlands as a whole, which is crazy when it comes down to leveling inside of a zone that is like between, I would say, 20 and 30. And you can do that for every single zone if you want to. You can do it for yourself, the exercise. And this is like at 9 p.m. Yes, it is a popular like time slot for leveling or for XPing or for playing just in general. But it feels like a lot of people are leveling. And for me, I get motivated by seeing people leveling as I'm leveling. That's something like I really enjoy to do. That's why I love Fresh, because if like a lot of people are leveling, it means also a lot of activity towards the horde side of things, which like I signed up for a PvP server. I'll get ganked. I got ganked in Red Ridge by level 60. It was whatever. I died once, and then I logged up back my druid and chased a rogue for like a very long time. Ended up killing him, but at the end, it was like fun because there was something active while we're playing. I'm not like sitting inside of boosts. Sometimes it does come around where I'm doing a stockage boost just because I don't want to like do like the quests that I'm on, or I feel like okay, now I can AFK a bit and do other stuff. Why not do a boost, which is 20 gold, which whatever. But like there are specific zones where I prefer not to boost. For example, I really look forward to like going into STV. I think STV is super fun if you come down, if you think about PvP, or I also look forward. I'm not like I skipped Ashenvale because like F that. Like I think it's too big of a zone with like too little like graveyards and whatnot. I don't want to like travel like every single time while dying. That's something I don't like. But like I look forward to 1,000 Needles. That's for sure. I think that's fun because the quests are very good, especially at the desert part, if you know what I mean, like the Shimmering Flats. Here there is a lot of PvP. You also see a lot of bots, but whatever. But it's really fun, and I'm going to be honest, like I don't see that many bots these days, and the prices have dropped drastically. Now you have to just like believe me on my words. I bought 5 mongoose, at least elixir of the mongoose, for 13 gold, while I'm fairly certain 2 weeks ago I bought like 1 for 27 because I wanted to do 1 MC or whatever. I wanted to do more damage on my warrior. That's something like I think an indication of people like maybe stopping with raiding, and maybe I would say wanting to level or wanting to do other stuff, or maybe like you just see a lot less like bots or sellers because they're preparing for TBC, could be as well. Or like Blizzard is actually doing like actions towards like gold buyers and gold sellers. So yeah, I think right now this is the best time to level. Obviously there is another best time, but that is for not classic anniversary, but for pre-patch TBC anniversary, which I think that's also a very good time to level. Although for me, I prefer to be already level 60 before pre-patch. It's gonna be difficult because I'm very much like someone that is getting distracted by A, X, Z, Y, whatever you want to call it. Like I love leveling with multiple characters, or I love doing stuff like, for example, this weekend I did a lot of PvP in Warzone Gulch on my druid, on my priest, on my warrior. But I like a pre-patch, I would like to be already level 60 to do maybe some like pre-questing for TBC, even though I don't want to like go hardcore to the fight to like if you see the preps that you need to do to get like 1.5 level once TBC comes out. Like I think you need to do 300 quests or like do massive things to get like the perfect sequences to get the most XP out of that. I need to drain life here or I'm going to die. I'm not gonna do that, but I might just do like, oh, why not prep like a whole Eastern Plaguelands, regardless of what the XP will be, as long as the XP is okay. Like something like that I could see myself do, but I don't want to like spend like hours and hours and hours to just like save up maybe like one level in TBC, which to be fair, the same amount of prep that you would do right now would have been used for leveling in TBC, and you don't really miss the amount of time. What you're doing right now is actually just like already leveling in advance, but you're still spending the same time or even more than what you would do in TBC. That's my take. But yeah, if I was already level 60 for TBC, what would I do? I would do some raids for like easy gear. I would do PvP to get the honor pieces that is going to come out with pre-patch, which is like getting bought with like marks and honor. I would already prep the marks because the marks are not going to be gone. You can prep all the marks before like the pre-patch is gone, so you could actually get those at level 670 and then spend those marks onto level 70 gear once we are like that far from like the patch and like level 70 season 1. I think that would be fun to already have, and just like I don't know, do a lot of PvP and like f around and finding out kind of things. That's something I like to do. Like I don't want to like spend my whole time leveling. There is a scenario where I do level. If I do want to play a shaman, for example, I'm still going to boost a rogue. I'm still also undecided on my mains. That's true. Like I always think, oh, I will drop priest, or oh, I will drop druid, or oh, I'm going to drop warrior, and then I hop on like war main and I play like those classes. And I'm telling myself like, damn, like on anniversary is going to be feeling even better because it feels like again war main is not like it's a private server, so it's not as neat when you play warming as if you're playing like anniversary. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, it actually is fun. So do I really want to not play that? And that's something like I'm still like on the fence. And that's why like I want to boost a rogue because I think rogue is probably a class that I can say safely that like if I have a level 60 rogue, I will be playing it, especially for arenas in PvP. I don't mind like raiding, although like I said, I have now a guild, which I will be pugging Karazhan. I will be doing stuff like that, and I don't mind like taking a rogue in my raids, and I don't mind like playing a rogue as well in those raids. It doesn't need to be like a perfect raid comp to clear that content. It's still easy content, but yeah, I think that might be the play, and I also enjoy like playing like that. Like it doesn't need to be a speed run. It still doesn't need to be a slog as well. So I'm not gonna run with 4 rogues inside of Karazhan. Let's not kid ourselves. But it's still like something I like to do. Like I don't like playing like super meta comps because those meta comps makes actually for very bad loot overall. When like a dagger like drops, you would like to have a rogue maybe wanting those daggers, right? Instead of like trying to disenchant. Although like again, does a warrior want to go daggers? I think like right now you could go professions, like for example hammersmith, and get like dragon's maw. That's something you can do or grind towards. So you're not really that in need in as with weapons. While like a rogue would be very satisfied getting like a dagger drop from Karazhan or like other raids. Again, like I don't know all the loots from heart, so don't shoot me if there is no dagger. Yeah, sure. I assume there is, but like I said, if you like a leather piece comes like drops and you don't have a feral or you don't have a rogue, that kind of sucks, right? That's how I see. The same as like for MC right now. Like if you don't have like hunter, or you don't have a warlock, and like a tier piece is coming out of those raids, and you don't have anyone needing those pieces, it kind of sucks to have that drop, right? Except for disenchanting or making money out of that. That's like another story, right? But yeah, hopefully you do join me on Spineshire. If you're alliance on Spineshire, you can and for sure are welcome into my guild. My guild is like focused around PvP. It's called literally PvP Hub. It is a place where anyone can join, a rank 1, a noob, a veteran, a casual player, a only BG player, or only arena player. You're very welcome, and we will do some soft raiding as well with like no commitments and purely to get gear from for PvP and for other stuff, right? But like there will not be like a loot console, like it will be guild HR. If we do pug, like a few things are going to be on rotation, like those kinds of things that I have in my mind. But it will be fun. It will be very loot friendly towards all classes, and like it's not like a GM gets all the benefits. That's definitely not gonna happen. Because I don't like that kind of thing, so I prefer not to have that as well in my guild. But again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. I really, really, really hope that you're going to enjoy TBC. And yeah, I think it's a great moment to play and to level. So I will see you in Spineshire or anywhere if you're playing like Horde or Alliance. Have a great day. Bye.